Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Mega Twins. This is also known as CHIKI CHIKI Boys. This was created in 1990 by Capcom, and this was suggested by YouTube user NamcotEnterprises. And I have never seen this before. I guess it did have release in the US as Mega Twins, but I definitely never seen or heard of it. I think it had like a Super Nintendo release or something, maybe Sega Genesis, under the title of, well, actually maybe under both titles. But yeah, this was released in 1990 by Capcom, and it has very, very cutesy graphics and cutesy action. Kind of makes me feel, or kind of makes me think of Blues Journey for the Neo Geo. The graphics are bigger, or the sprites are bigger, but it's cutesy like that. And the Mega Twins are basically player 1 and player 2. And you get to choose your initials at the beginning of the game instead of at the end when you put in for your high score. And the game will recognize your name during gameplay or in between rounds. And there are a total of 5 rounds. And the first 3 rounds you can choose from in the order that you want to play them. There's Earth, there's Heavens, and there's Sea. And then after that, the 4th round will be 5 stages, and then the 5th round will be one last stage. You get to use a magic spell. Let's see here, we're putting in our initials, or my initials. I'll just go with the usual RUS. But you have a attack button, and you carry a sword with you. And you have a jump button, and you have a magic button, and there's spells that you can collect, and there's different types. Probably about 4 different spells. Right now I have the magic bomber, and you see those clamshells with the pearls, those icons. That's how many magic spells you have. You can also collect life increasing items, and they'll be like little capsules. There will be a lot of coins in this game to collect. Kind of typical of a lot of Capcom games of the late 80s throughout the 90s or early 90s. And there will be a lot of mini bosses, and here is the first mini boss. It is wise to constantly hack with your sword, because you can take out enemy projectiles with your sword. Just about all of the enemy projectiles can be taken out with your sword, so keep swinging that sword. And this mini-boss is still not dead. Now he is. But now we go to this next area, and this is a cavernous area with some like moving volcanoes, I guess. Kind of weird game, but definitely playable. It's cutesy, but a lot of the elements in this game have already been used in numerous other adventure games. Well, actually, this might be one of the first ones, because it is 1990, and some of the games that this resembles actually came out later. You do have a wall jump technique you can use. If you've played the Ninja Gaiden NES game, then the moves are similar to make it work. You jump at a wall, you hold on to it for a second, and you press the other way and jump, and you'll jump on the opposite wall, and you can keep doing that to basically scale walls. or you can pull away and back towards that same wall to scale that same wall. There will be treasures that fall down from the sky on occasion, and you'll want to slash at them to be able to collect what's inside them, and usually it's a lot more coins. And this will be the first, this will be the first actual boss, not mini-boss. And you'll need to destroy his arms. And just keep wailing on the slash button or attack button, and you'll be able to destroy his arms. And you will hear a warning sound if you run low on energy. Oops, he smacked me. Yeah, you normally can't hurt his moving volcano form until his energy is starting to get low. Yeah, if you just keep hacking as fast as you can often whittle down a boss's energy quickly. And there I got a key to open up that door, and that is the end of the first round. That doesn't seem like it's a very long game with the length of that first round. You will also get points for any extra clam shells that you collected, or capsules for health. And now I can choose between round 2 or round 3. I'm going to start with round 2. Now, Earth was a forest, valley, and cavern of magma. Round 2 is the heavens, and you go in the clouds and then the phantom castle. And while in the clouds, you're automatically flying. You just move the controller to determine whether you're going to ascend or descend or move left or right in the air. If you take a long time to advance, there'll be some enemies coming from behind. So really, it's not always a great idea to take your time and kill all the enemies on screen that you see. But definitely keep wailing on the attack button, because you never know when an enemy is just going to automatically start shooting at you and hit you, or almost hit you if you don't keep slashing the button, or using the attack button. And there you heard the indicator that I was low on energy, and then I picked up a capsule. And now we have this angel on the far right, and there was one of my magic spells that I just used. There, I used it again. It'll cause some damage to any character. And there I hurt that angel there, and there he killed me. You will have 2 lives. Per credit. And there I beat him. And he was just testing you. And now, this part I kind of like. You drop down and you can collect a lot of coins. You'll need to slash at those projectiles, and you'll need to cross when the flames are not fully extended. And you just drop down to lower lines. Yeah, a lot of those treasures will just have, there's like a longer sword, I think. A lot of those treasures will just have coins. But the green ones might give you extra spells. You know, the clams with the pearls in them. And here is a boss. And this boss is really quite easy. If you get real close, you can hit him a lot of times. And if you duck, you might be able to avoid their heads that stick out. Ouch, I got hurt by a little firepower, I think. There, he has a comically burnt expression. And there I beat those. But that's not the end of this stage. Now you ride the cloud up. And collect all the coins that you can on the way up. I don't think you get a perfect bonus for collecting all the coins. But once you arrive at the top, then you just have one more enemy to beat. And this is easy. Just watch out for that rotating arm and kill the enemies that pop out of the doors. And that's that. That's the end of round 1. Or round 2. Yeah, I'd never heard of this before until MAME came along. But again, you get points for all the magic spells or health items that you've got left. And get these little cutscenes with weird creatures. And now we're going to take on round 3, that's Under the Sea. You go undersea and then to a ghost pirate ship on this stage. Those first 3 stages you can play, or the first 3 rounds you can play in any order you like. But after that, you have to play the 4th and then 5th stage in order. I mean, they'll be automatically making you go in that order. Now, this boss can be kind of tricky. He'll want to suck you over to the clamshell and hurt you. Ouch, like that. And you just need to destroy the crab things as much as you can. And I'm just about dead. There is only really one major difference that I know of between this and CHIKI CHIKI Boys, which was the Japanese original. There's the pirate ship. Oh, I died. So I have to spend to continue, which I'm not going to do here, but I will show you snippets of the rest of the game. But the difference between this and CHIKI CHIKI Boys is there are scantily clad gals in bikinis in bondage. And we will look at that. You get to free them, and then they give you a kiss. And you get points. Ouch. I put on infinite energy, I think, at this point. But we will scoot forward to the boss here of this stage, I believe, and it's a stingray. But he sends fish out after you, or other rays, and fish will also come from the floor, so you gotta watch out for that from the ocean floor. And he likes to fly right into you and knock you backwards, so you gotta be ready for that. We'll just scoot forward to me beating him. I don't know if you folks got to see Joker yet. Pretty damn good movie. Very disturbing at times. I just saw that today. And now we go into here, and that's the end of round 3. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this game. There's other similar cutesy platformer games that I like better than this. But yeah, note that they address you, or the name that you put in for your initials, during these cutscenes. And you have obtained the dragon blue eyes. And now you get to go to round 4. And see that there's 5 different stages of round 4. There's the Monster Castle, there's the Invasion of Monster Castle, there's the Monster Castle Dungeon, and then there's Into the Sky, and top of Monster Castle. And yeah, there's the wall jump maneuver that you got to do in the NES version of Ninja Gaiden. You don't get hurt by walking in the water or anything. But yeah, there will often be points where treasure chests will fall from the sky and you need to whack them to open them up. But yeah, there will be a third button where you can cast the spells. I got a little kamikaze with the infinite energy trick on. But that was just a mini-boss. And there was a green, there was an extra magic that I picked up right there. And sometimes you can get health items from the treasure chests, the golden treasure chests. You don't get hurt by walking on those clouds down there. There's another magic spell. Now this guy will not let you hurt him until a little bit later on. You have to destroy a bunch of these things that fall. I'm not sure what the hell they are, but once you go through a couple waves of them, then you can start hurting him. And he likes to send out like projected images of him to hurt you. You've got to be ready for that. Other than that, he's a piece of cake. When he pauses, get ready to jump over him or something, because he's gonna shoot out those projected images and hit you. And there's another magic spell that I used, and this one was called Magic Bound. You'll see the name of the spell, and you can collect a scroll after you beat the boss, and that makes me think of Kid Nicky for the NES. There was a scroll that the boss would drop, and you had to collect it to move on. And now we go under the sea again. You have no oxygen meter or something. You can stay underwater as long as you need. You won't run out of oxygen. And some giant statue heads you'll need to break open to get through by continually whacking at it with your sword. And this time you just need to keep whacking enough enemies and then you'll be able to advance. You saw a life bar there and you'll drop down. And like I said, the CHIKI CHIKI Boys version has, there's a longer sword, has a part where you get to free girls that are in bikinis and are in bondage. Very, very weird. And they cut that out of Mega Twins. The title Mega Twins makes me think of big boobs. I'm a guy, I can't help it. And now this guy is generally quite easy. You just have to keep whacking him. He'll bounce back the other way and ricochet around the room. But eventually you'll be able to kill him. And then you gotta advance. Yeah, we'll scoot forward to later parts of this stage in just a minute. You don't have to get all the treasures, obviously, but it's good to collect as many coins as you can. Ouch! You have to zip through here fairly quick because these spikes will spring up. And now here is this boss of this area, I believe. There was some energy back. And this scorpion, he will occasionally shoot fire. Other times he'll charge at you, and other times he'll shoot these shoot green or pink goo or something that'll just slow you down. It won't hurt you. Ah. And then once you beat him, there's another scroll. And that's the end of stage 2 from round 4. Like I said, there are a total of 5 stages in round 4. And you can jump through these gates when they open. There will be big big spikes that you gotta watch out for. They'll shoot up from the ground. Or shoot down from above. And another one power-up that you can collect will be you'll have you'll have a shadow fighter, and you'll both attack at the same time. And this guy is pretty easy too, I believe. Just don't let him jump on you. It's a skeleton guy. Don't let him jump on you. Keep whacking to take out any projectiles. But that is a big helpful strategy in the game. Keep whacking, keep swinging your sword. Take out any projectiles. There's the big sword again. You can shoot these things on this column. They'll shoot fire or something at you if you don't. And you got these caterpillar things. And then a little bit later, here's a boss. And he's like a vampire, but he's in his underwear. You gotta watch out for when he drops down, because he's gonna run around if he touches the ground. He's gonna run around and you're gonna have to jump over him. Just keep jumping and slashing, and you'll eventually be able to nail him a bunch of times. And when he drops down to the ground to touch down, get ready to jump over his head, because he's gonna charge at you. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You can jump and get his underwear to fall on your head, his shorts, which is really strange. You could just let his shorts touch down on the ground without touching him. Either way, you'll be able to end the level. And now this is the fourth part of stage 4. Fourth stage. There's more statue heads to destroy, and they might have power-ups or something inside them. And you fly in this part. You don't have to jump up on ledges or anything. Watch out for those spiky things. Yeah, I got fairly kamikaze in parts of this game when I had the invincibility cheat or infinite energy cheat. And there's another scorpion. We faced him earlier. And there's another magic attack there. Just gotta watch out for when he charges at you and when he shoots fireballs at you. And then we go out on a line again, hang from a line here. There's another green treasure. Some of the green treasures will have frogs pop out of them, and the frogs can hurt you, so that's not a useful treasure at all. We'll scoot forward a little bit, and we'll be, I think we face the boss in just a moment here. Oh, there was another angel there. It's a little easier to kill. But yeah, the magics that you can use, there's not very many of them. There's like, I think, 4 different spells. This guy is not so hard. In fact, ducking and attacking, as long as you don't touch him, you can often avoid his attacks. This will not be his only form. Once you destroy this form, then he'll have another form where he's a little smaller. He still swings his pickaxe. But if you get behind him after he jumps, and then attack him, and then wait until he jumps again, and then go behind him and attack him from behind, You should be in good shape with that strategy. Scoot forward to me beating him. There we go. And then that's the end of that stage. Round 4, stage 4. And then there's one more stage of round 4. And this is the top of Monster Castle. Some of these steps will have a head that shoots fire at you, and you can slash the step to keep them from doing that. And some of the steps will have spikes coming out of them. And now we go to the top. And then all of a sudden we're warped in here. And we will have a clown boss coming up, and he is the final boss. And we will have another stage where we will have to face him again. There he is at the top center. But first of all, he will send a different guy after you, and he's kind of like an army guy on a... Is that a flying turtle shell or something? This game's weird. But he's trying to drop bombs on you from above. And then he'll drop down on the ground, and then you can just slash him as much as you possibly can. We'll scoot forward to me beating him. And now the clown is attacking me. His most annoying attack, he has fire rings that you can whack with your sword. But the clown's most annoying attack, he can teleport around the screen, is his machine gun fire. And that spreads around the room. Scoot forward to me killing him. Although you have to face him again. And after you've beaten him, you just have to collect the ensuing gold and I think another scroll, and then you will advance to stage 5. This was the first time I played, so I was... or got to the stage, so I was going to the edges to see if there was an exit there, but there isn't. You just grab the scroll and you move on to round 5. And you will have to face the clown again. But first thing, you have to descend the monster castle. And watch out for the enemies that are falling from the sky. But once you reach the bottom, then the cloud comes and picks you up. It's the Nimbus like in the Dragon Ball cartoons. And then you get dropped off here, and you get a little bit of a break. You can collect these coins that fly by for some points. This goes on for a little while. Eventually it will stop, and this gal here jumps for joy, I guess. Can't do anything to her. But eventually the coins will stop, and then the game will make you drop down from here. And now you will drop down, and you will have to face the clown. In fact, you will fly right by him. And there he is. And you have to fight him one more time. I'm immortal. Well, we'll see about that. Try not to touch him. He will send more fire rings after you, and there will be more caterpillars coming after you. Have some magic, my magic bomb. Oops. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to my next flashback video. this will be my 1095th video, so I'm close. Just gotta get to 1100. And there, I beat him with a magic attack. Magic bomb. And now we're gonna see the end of Mega Twins, known in Japan as CHIKI CHIKI Boys, created by Capcom in 1990. And we will see the difference between Mega Twins and CHIKI CHIKI Boys in a little bit. And like I was saying, that the CHIKI CHIKI Boys has bikini-clad girls in bondage, which seemed a little too risque for the US release called Mega Twins. Those girls don't appear until after you've beaten the first 3 rounds. But they, I think, just give you extra points. They sometimes drop down out of their bondage once you slash them with your sword, and then they kiss you. And there are, I think, brunette and blonde girls. The Book of Illumination. That's Mega Twins. And again, Mega Twins to me sounds like big boobs. I hope you're enjoying your week. I hope you enjoyed, what was it, Columbus Day? I'm still off of work, still recovering from my surgery. I've got a lot less bruising now. I'm hoping I'll be completely healed within a week. Have one more doctor visit. Probably not going to be a whole lot they have to do, just observe me. Observe how I've healed, because they've already taken the stitches and everything out, so just getting a little less bruised looking each day, which is great. I think that the surgery went well, and the bags in my eyes are pretty much gone. That was Mega Twins, also known as CHIKI CHIKI Boys, created by Capcom in 1990. And the Japanese version is known as CHIKI CHIKI Boys, and the US version is known as Mega Twins. Finn, the end. We'll see like a smidgen of gameplay of me playing as both characters, just so you'll see them both get a little bit of action, player 1 and player 2. And here's us both getting some gameplay. I put on the controls to both player 1 and player 2 having the same exact controls. So we'll both be moving in unison. And we put in the same initials. And again, you get a select from the first 3 rounds, but after that, you have to go through the rounds in order. Whoops. Watch out for spikes. I also put in infinite energy here. But if you have 2 players playing together, you can waste bosses real quick. You both are attacking at the same time. See? And now we're going to look at CHIKI CHIKI Boys. More specifically, the difference between Mega Twins and CHIKI CHIKI Boys. Well, there's also Japanese characters for dialogue and the katakana for your initials. I'm going to put in Raseru, which I think is Japanese for Russell. Put that in as my name for both characters. And you get to select from the first 3 rounds, whichever order you want, just like in Mega Twins. And we'll zip forward to the bikini-clad bondage girls. And one has blue hair, one has blonde. But they're only after you beat the first 3 rounds. Weird. Well, that was Mega Twins. Not those Mega Twins, but the game Mega Twins by Capcom in 1990, also known as CHIKI CHIKI Boys. Well, this is Crazy Clam Radio, so thanks for watching Mega Twins / CHIKI Boys by Capcom in 1990. Hope you have a great week, and I will catch you later, folks. Bye-bye.